Today I'm organizing for free once again. I'm so excited to do this project. This is now my third time doing one of these free organizing sessions, and in addition to the client getting the organizing done 100% for free, I'm also going to be throwing in a bunch of product that I got from Target and the Container Store at no cost to her.
I feel like we should. Louder than I thought it would. Hi, how are you going? This is Amber. You know her.
Hi. Yes, of course.
You met a really cute dog.
Welcome to Free Home Organizing, Decluttering with Dr. Roz, the YouTube series dedicated to transforming your lives at absolutely no cost. This series was created for busy moms who feel like clutter has taken over their lives. As a mom and professional organizer, I understand the challenges you face, and that's why I'm here to offer my expertise and guidance for free. Through this series, I aim to empower you, to help you reclaim your space, and to create a nurturing environment that supports your well-being. Together, we'll transform your home into a sanctuary of peace and functionality. Subscribe now, and let's bring order back into your life, one space at a time.
I love organization, which I don't know that is obvious in my house, but my family though is not that way. So I'm a little bit more detailed, and I like detail. My husband and my kids definitely are more probably like large category type organizers. It needs to be really easy. They're not going to put things away if it's not just super easy to do. This closet is not. I tidied this up a little bit recently because we had company over, and there were lots of shoes that needed to get gone. But of course, we still have a disaster mess of shoes, and then an assortment of things up here that really are just like extra Kleenex boxes, and oh, we do have toilet paper. See, my husband thought we were out of toilet paper and he bought more.
Yeah. What is it that bothers you about this area?
Oh God, I mean, is there anything that doesn't? So I feel like obviously this is the space where everything, all the little random things get dropped. So
what would you like this area to be used for?
Well, so there's a couple uses that we like definitely would consistently, that maybe could be more organized for. Mm-hmm. So we've got like all of our laundry stuff here, mm-hmm. And then like things that we would want to grab on. So I mean, the space, like the placement of this would be great if we could just grab things that we need before mm-hmm. we leave. It would be amazing to have these things cleaned out. When I walk into a room and it's tidy and just the things that I need are there, it makes me breathe out and relax.
This closet or on the countertop? Which one would you rather do first?
God, I have this feels a little more overwhelming, so maybe start with this.
Okay.
Eat the frog.
Yeah, everything is going to be pulled out from here and underneath. All of it will come out. It's going to look worse, but then it's going to be cleared. Like for the first time in a while, the whole thing will be cleared. Same thing with this closet. When we work on the closet, the whole closet's going to come out, and you have so much open space here, so we're going to pull it onto your couch and probably the floor, if that works for you. Once it's emptied, then we're going to go through everything with you, hoping that some of this will leave, or maybe belongs at other places in your home. You know, mm-hmm. If we can get this to an amount of shoes that doesn't look so overflowing, that's one of my goals. And then also just, this looks like a safety hazard at the top right now. It looks like something could fall on you. Nothing looks too heavy, yeah. But I'd like for it not to look like it's gonna topple. And I brought product for you from the Container Store and Target, which we're giving to you. And that's my plan, is like those shelves that you'll have things that actually fit these shelves properly, that I can stack without having the fear of things falling. And also same thing with we'll be able to use some of it on the countertop, but my goal is to have this as clear as possible for you, knowing that there are other people who are still gonna dump things. I just am going to try to use a container as a way to like, here is the one place, or here are the two places that we're gonna dump things moving forward instead of the whole thing. So that's generally the plan. The benefit of you being a part of this, and we don't ever expect people to be involved in this, is that it will hopefully, encourage you to keep doing this on your own later. Whenever I work in a small space, I always take it as a challenge of how I can best utilize the square footage that I have.
And working in these spaces was just a reminder of how discerning and selective you have to be when you live in a smaller space.
They're too big for her. They're like considerably too big. And I actually don't think that she'll ever, these are not her style.
Okay, you think we can let those go?
I think we let go of
Okay,
these.
let's make a note right here. Good. One pair of shoes. One pair of shoes down.
But these are also super worn out anyways. We probably should just replace them.
Okay.
So yeah, we can get
How
rid
about
of
the slippers?
those. They're not gonna wear those, but they're gonna be growing out of them by the time it's warm, cold enough. A sleeping bag. You know what? No, we should have at least one sleeping bag. But yeah, this stuff will stay.
Okay. How about this hat? Does it go with that? Is it just like the one lone hat?
We can just get rid of this. I have another one of these. This one was just some backup that got, and it's super dirty. So.
This amount of kids' shoes, very manageable for the fact that you have 3 kids. This is a lot. And I also feel like your amount of shoes, very reasonable.
Yeah.
Compared to some of what I see.
And I don't buy shoes a lot. So that's part of the reason I'm not a shoe buyer. Like
that's clear based on your amount of shoes.
I really need to buy more shoes.
Wait.
But I know it's ridiculous.
Wait, why are you keeping them right now?
Because I wear them.
Okay.
Because I hate shoe shopping.
Can you buy those shoes, those exact shoes again?
I don't know. I got these at a thrift shop.
Oh,
so I mean,
not.
I could maybe, but yeah, I don't know that I would.
It seems like it's time to replace.
But now
This is just a tip for, not that we're going through your clothes today, but like how you're just being very about the facts about your kids' bodies. Yeah. This is the kind of gentleness that I wish women had for themselves with their own clothes.
Yeah.
So many women that I work with,
right?
They're like, oh, but I used to wear this and it used to be like, right? We never do that with our kids' stuff.
So what do you recommend to clients for paper management?
Yeah, so like I open my mail over recycling bins, so the things that can be recycled immediately go in there, and I separate it into like who it belongs to for the family, and then I open my own mail immediately and deal with it immediately. That's what I do. And that's the only way to stay on top of it.
Jonna asked so many good questions and was so great at making decisions. It's a reminder of how much it can help to have someone supportive there with you, because starting is usually the hardest part.
These cords are just whoa.
Oh my gosh.
But also there's a utility knife here, so that's a little scary too. At least it was high up, but with the tools though, they need to be here.
Those that's camera related. So this is the thing, I need to find out from him.
So this is for a costume set. Does this not stay out here then?
Should not be out here. Mm-hmm. Absolutely not be out here.
This looks like trash. Oh wait, there's 2 screws in it, or 2.
This is for, I think, the soldering.
Can I just keep the screws?
Yeah, maybe we just keep the screws.
Well, I can see what you mean about holding on to these little parts. You don't need these, but if you want to keep them, we're at least going to put them all together like this in this box. I'm not necessarily suggesting we go through all these papers right now unless you want to, but I can make it look nicer. Do you want to go through it?
I can go through it. I can probably go through it super fast.
I would love that. This amount of hand sanitizer, do you still want it, or can that go?
That can go.
Okay. I'm glad.
That was the...
How's it going with the paper over there?
Good. I'm realizing I never got some things I expected to have gotten.
What about the watch?
So the watch does have, it should stay up high or go in the home where it should be, which is back in our room.
Okay, maybe we're gonna move it back to your room.
Yeah, maybe we do that.
Okay, you wanna let it go?
Hey babe, sorry.
We're gonna put it near the trash.
I was finding random rocks. That's one of my favorite things. Yeah, I don't even know.
Okay, so we'll have the utilities going to feel so much better when we do it, and the purpose is black. So you don't need either side. I know it's so cheesy, I don't know. These are really, really heavy. I underestimated how heavy they are. They're also not the prettiest to look at, so I'm thinking they're going to one end. This is gonna break. You can see this. These hangers aren't gonna work. We're gonna have to use stuff on, like whatever this was on, a wood. Yeah. Okay. So sometimes you have to compromise the aesthetics for the functionality, and this was a case of this because those really heavy motorcycle jackets, when we tried to put them on the white hangers, it just collapsed. It was gonna break. So no, it doesn't match, but now it's not gonna break, so that's huge. They have stuff and they're just hanger jackets. Because she said those motorcycle jackets get stinky.
It's nice not to have so much stuff up here, but then also have where we can drop some things in this bin. Oh, that's satisfying. Oh my God, is it all in there? It seems so simple. Oh my gosh. I've been dealing with this thing falling down and pushing it up there this whole time, and I could have just put a rubber band around it, and I never thought about that. Oh my gosh. I love it. I can't believe it's all in there. When people come in the house, which doesn't happen that often, but when you come in, this is like the first thing they see. And no matter how clean any other parts of the house are, then it just makes the whole house look really super junky. So I'm really excited to have something that's manageable and clean here, and then also just for me, it's calming. I feel like I can actually focus on what we need to do for the evening and not be distracted by stuff that I feel like I should be cleaning up. So one of the things that makes it really helpful to have somebody come in for me is like the accountability of like getting rid of things that I know I've been holding on to, and I know I'm holding on to for no real reason. It's just that, like, I don't know, maybe I'm gonna need that. And so that's helpful. It makes decision making faster for me.
I had so much fun working with Jonna on these spaces. If you do have a large family like this family, I highly recommend encouraging everyone in your family to participate in the decluttering process so that it's not just on you as the mom, but so that everyone can participate and take accountability in the process.